For those who don't know me, I'm Leanne de Bruin. I'm the CFO of Resolute. We'll just go through the normal disclaimers. This is obviously just our corporate summary. We're listed on the ASX. We are trading just over a dollar actually today, $1.05, but have a market cap of about $800 million, Australian dollars. We've put some detail there around our analyst coverage, which we've worked really hard on, and so that is available. For those who don't know us, we have operations in Mali, Bibiani, and in Ravenswood, which is in Queensland and Australia. Just a little bit of background. In FY17, we produced 330,000 ounces of gold at an all-in sustaining cost of $1,132, and we sold 317. We actually run an active gold policy at Resolute, and we achieved an average price that year of $1,717. Just a snapshot of where we were at the end of FY17, a really, really strong balance sheet, great profitability and gross profit from operations, and we continue to focus on building on those results. That's just a real good summary of how what we've done this over the last 3 years. We've put out guidance, we've stuck to guidance, and we've delivered on it. And I suppose that's what people want to talk about more is around what does the future look like for us. We've got guidance out there at the moment of about 300,000 ounces. This year is a transition year for Resolute. We're moving from an open pit operation at Syama in Mali to an underground development. And we're doing the actual opposite at Ravenswood. We're moving from an underground operation to a mass bulks open pit operation. Our balance sheet is strong. We have about $200 million of cash, and we're investing that in the operation at Syama at the moment as we develop the underground, but at the same time producing cash at both our operations. So what is the value proposition to investors for Resolute? Well, we're long life mines. Both of our mines at Syama and Ravenswood are over 10 years and growing every day. We have operational expertise. We've operated in Africa for over 25 years. So we have great sub-level cave, which is what we're, from our Mount Wright team, that we're now deploying into the Syama mine in Mali. And on top of that, we've invested extensively into our exploration. What we see about ourselves is we're not exploring to stay in business. We're actually exploring to grow our business. These are our 3 mines. I've spoken a bit about Syama and Ravenswood, so we've also got the Bibiani mine, which is currently on care and maintenance. We bought it on care and maintenance, and we're running a massive feasibility study there at the moment. So for those of you who don't know, we have been producing for over 25 years and produced 8 million ounces, and we continue to make that grow. We started in Western Australia, and we now see ourselves as a strong African play. That's a great photo of our underground mine development. So a really great snapshot, positive thing for us was with our GM Exploration, Bruce Mode, who's here with me today. We extended the resource at Syama by 39% last year. We're currently building that into the reserve with the intention of releasing a new reserve in June, July this year. That will have huge impacts not only from our overall life of mine, but it will also redefine the underground that we are developing there. Syama has got it's really 2 mines in one. We have a 1.5 million tonne oxide plant that treats all the open satellite pits, and then we have a 2.4 million or 2.2 million tonne sulfide plant, which is where we will feed the underground ore. As of today, we are currently targeting an all-in sustaining cost of $881 life of mine for Syama, and how we plan on doing that is we plan on producing a highly efficient, highly safe automated mine in Mali. We've just recently signed a framework agreement with Sandvik, and we're working very closely with them in ensuring that we are able to commission the mine in December this year and reach full production of 2.2 million tonnes to their sulfide plant. For those that like technical stuff, which is not really my expertise, but we have a sub-level cave in Mount Wright that we have done an excellent job. Very low cost, made a lot of money. We're now taking that and applying it into Syama. As I've said before, our plan is to bring safety, low cost, and high efficiencies at the mine. So this is a picture that no doubt the geologists love. This is our resource at Syama. we recently discovered what we call Nafolo. Nafolo stands for treasure. It was a ore body discovered sort of south of the Syama ore body. So at the top there is the old BHP waste dumps. So that area south is actually largely unexplored and not really drilled. And so one of our exploration programs at the moment is focused on drilling south and building up that resource. Massive potential. We believe Syama is a world-class asset, and Resolute is going to make it and basically give it the justice that it deserves. Pausing on Ravenswood. Ravenswood, as I said, Mount Wright is what we call the underground, or the gift that keeps giving. We're basically in the redraw of the sub-level cave at the moment, and that just continues to produce. I think we've been saying for many years now that it's going to end, but it doesn't, and it continues to give, and our expectations are it will carry us into at least the end of this year. In terms of the future from Ravenswood beyond Mount Wright, we have a large number of low-grade stockpiles and ore bodies at Ravenswood. And so we're focusing on an optimization, or what we call the Ravenswood expansion project, which is looking at how we treat the low-grade stockpiles in a bulk open pit mining. So the first part of that is we have a ore body called Buck Reef West, which we've just applied for the approvals, and expectations are we will get that in April this year, which will allow us to access Buck Reef West immediately. Beyond that, we are looking at beneficiation opportunities and technology which have proven to work on the Nolans East and Sarsfield asset that will allow us to reduce the cost at Ravenswood to make it a profitable mine. Bibiani, we are currently completing the feasibility for an underground mine at Bibiani. Expectations, we'll have that out in the next quarter. The idea here was we bought the asset on care and maintenance, and we want to try, and previously the approach to it was an open pit focus. We at Resolute have decided to look at an underground opportunity here for Bibiani. So this is a massive growth opportunity for Resolute. And as I said before, our CEO, John Welgemeend, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, has taken on a real dedication to exploring. We obviously have got the exploration programs in both Mali, Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, and you can pop around to our booth and have a chat to Bruce because he's here and obviously is very insightful in that. But we've also looking at other areas in terms of Egypt, Burkina Faso, the DRC and Tanzania, or Tanzania if you're from Australia. And this is just a summary thing of just our strategy, where we see we're going, and we've mined out 8 million ounces before, and we've had 9 gold mines in both Australia and Africa, and we plan on building on that legacy. If you've got any questions, you can meet me at the booth. Otherwise, you've got any questions now because we have a minute. I'm very efficient, by the way. Yes.
Hi Ruth, it's James Hayter from Ross Point Investments. Just on the recoveries at Syama with the sulfides, any guidance to how that's going to track throughout the year towards that 85% that you're planning on getting to sort of in 2019, 2020?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So we're currently commissioning. So for those who don't know, we have a project called Project 85. Syama is obviously a double refractory ore body, and one of the things that we've done over the years at Resolute is managed to crack that ability to process that ore. The Project 85 is being commissioned as we speak, and so expectations is that we will start to see those recoveries build up over the year. Obviously, it's really positioned towards more the underground ore. So the underground ore is starting to go through the plant as we speak, as we develop the stopes and develop the sub-level cave. But the idea is that by December 18, once we're basically processing underground, is that you will see those levels of recovery at 85. But we are now starting to see those recoveries tick up with the Project 85 being commissioned.